The millionaire's mansion stood like a palace on the edge of the city. All glass walls, marble floors, and quiet hallways that echoed with wealth but not with laughter. Richard Hale had built empires, bought companies before breakfast, and crushed competitors without blinking. Yet there was one thing money had never been able to fix. His 7-year-old daughter, Lily. Lily had been sick for as long as anyone could remember. Fevers that came and went without reason. Nights filled with coughing and whispered cries. Pale skin that never warmed no matter how many blankets covered her. The best doctors flew in from across the world. Specialists with accents, awards, and arrogance examined her, ran endless tests, and left with polite excuses and even bigger bills. It's rare, they said. Psychosomatic, others claimed. She'll grow out of it. But she never did. Each morning, Lily woke weaker, her eyes ringed with shadows too dark for a child, her small body trembling as if afraid of something it could not name. Richard watched her from the doorway of her massive bedroom, feeling more helpless than he ever had signing billion-dollar deals. Her mother had passed years ago, leaving the mansion colder, and since then Lily had grown quieter, clinging to her stuffed rabbit and refusing to sleep alone. She complained about noises at night, scratching sounds, whispers, the feeling of being watched, but the staff dismissed it as nightmares. Just a child's imagination, they said. Richard wanted to believe them, because believing otherwise meant admitting something was very wrong inside. His perfect, secure home. That was when Elena arrived. She was the new nanny, hired after the 5th caretaker quit within 6 months. Not because Lily was difficult, she was gentle, polite, heartbreakingly sweet, but because the room itself unsettled people. Elena was different. She was calm, observant, with kind eyes that noticed things others overlooked. She spoke softly, never rushed Lily, and never dismissed her fears. On her first night, as she tucked Lily into bed, the child gripped her sleeve with shaking fingers and whispered, "Please don't leave. It comes back when I'm alone." Elena felt a chill crawl up her spine, but she smiled reassuringly. "What comes back, sweetheart?" Lily hesitated, then glanced toward the darkness beneath her bed. "The breathing," she whispered. "And the smell." Elena laughed gently, brushing Lily's hair, though something in her chest tightened. "There's nothing under your bed but dust bunnies," she said, though she hadn't checked. That night, long after the mansion fell silent, Elena sat awake in the chair beside Lily's bed. Around 2:17 a.m., Lily began to stir, her breathing shallow, her forehead burning, and then Elena heard it, a faint sound, almost too soft to notice, slow, wet, rhythmic breathing. It wasn't coming from the hallway or the vents. It was coming from beneath the bed. Elena froze, her heart pounding so loud she was sure it would wake the child. She leaned closer, straining her ears. The sound stopped. Lily whimpered in her sleep, curling into herself as if trying to disappear. Elena stood, telling herself it was pipes or imagination or exhaustion. Still, she knelt slightly, peering into the darkness under the bed. She saw nothing, just shadows, dust, silence, yet the smell Lily had mentioned lingered faintly in the air. Something sour, damp, wrong. The next morning, Lily was worse. Too weak to eat, too tired to speak. Richard exploded in frustration, yelling at doctors over the phone, blaming the staff, blaming himself. Elena watched quietly, her eyes drifting again and again toward the staircase leading to Lily's room. That night, she decided she would not look away again. When darkness fell, Elena stayed awake. The mansion creaked as it always did, settling into its nighttime stillness. And then, just after midnight, it returned. The breathing. Louder this time, closer. Elena's skin prickled as she slowly stood, her gaze locked beneath the bed. Lily's eyes snapped open. She stared directly at Elena, terror flooding her face. "It's there," she whispered. "It's hungry." Every instinct screamed at Elena to run, to call for help, to wake the entire house, but instead, she did the one thing no one else ever had. With trembling hands, she reached down and lifted the heavy bedskirt. And in that moment, everything Richard Hale believed about his daughter's illness, his house and his safety was about to shatter forever. If you're already feeling the tension, the mystery, and the fear building in this story, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because what Elena sees under that bed will change everything. And Chapter 2 will reveal a truth so shocking, no amount of money can erase it.